Hey guys, welcome to the Hands On Podcast with Jim and Dan Miller. Welcome back. This is our 12th episode, I believe. Once I have to take my shoes off to count, I kind of lose count every now and then. Yeah, I got the old man sitting next to me.
That's Son of a bitch.
Shows up.
He's here again.
He's here again, late again. You know, we were trying to get started at 9 o'clock.
And you held up for me.
We did hold up for
yeah,
you.
Your ass.
And then you
Star of the
he
show.
moseys in the door.
Star of the show. There is no show without you.
There is no, yeah.
Well, I know that. We all know that.
And then we've got Pat behind the cameras there. So yeah, we were wrong with a couple of our predictions for UFC 206. It was a good card. It was one of those cards that, you know, there are always the critics where they're going to complain, oh, well, there's no title fight, and this card is whatever, and you know, it's not going to be that good of a card.
It was a title fight, though.
It technically wasn't a title fight, and you went a little overboard in your description. You know, you immediately jumped off the deep end, but it was kind of a paper fight, you know, paper championship fight. You know, not to take anything away from Holloway, he's on a 10-fight win streak, and he just stopped Anthony Pettis for the first time in Pettis' career. So that's a legit accomplishment. Both of those accomplishments are legit. You know, he's a legit fighter. But the fact that it was an interim title when the new champ of the weight class didn't win a title fight.
At least he won a fight for his belt.
Yeah, you know, it's weird. It's weird, but I don't even know what I was saying before you interrupted me.
I didn't interrupt you.
Oh, but
the critics
the card, yeah. You know, it's always you never know. You can never count it out. The way the game works and why I'm a fan of the sport is because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, you can't predict outcomes of fights. Yes, you can have an idea and you can look at styles and stuff like that, but what makes this fight so fun to watch and to compete in is the fact that you can't drop your guard for a second. Like as a fan watching sometimes, you know, I've looked away and missed endings of fights. You know, and it's like you'd think I'd be able to see it coming, and sometimes you can't. You know. So yeah, it was a pretty decent card. Pat,
decent card.
He's busy.
It was a great card.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic.
It was a really good card.
Yeah.
A lot of great fights. A lot of people left their...
Lando, right? Not Calrissian, but
Star Wars. Williams.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
He had a beautiful spinning back kick.
Yeah.
The McDessie fight.
Yes. That was spot on. He did say that he thinks it's better than Barboza's, and I have to disagree with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Just the amplitude of Barboza's was what made it so spectacular. But it was very nice. He set it up really well with the teep to the leg, you know, and then fake and spun into it, and McDizzy kind of ducked into it. It seemed a little bit, but it was a beautiful shot.
Which was better, Cowboys or his? Cowboy had a beautiful kick, head kick knockout.
Cowboy seemed like he set it up too. Like he waited until Brown was on the side, and it just looked so smooth.
Yeah. He looked fantastic.
He throws that switch kick really well.
Yeah.
You know, I find, you know, and like I've said before, it's tough to do everything that you train to do, but like I throw a lot more switch kicks. I don't throw them in fights that often.
Mm-hmm.
So those watching probably don't see me throw switch kicks very often. But I throw a lot more in the room, and I find that those stepping ones, I land a lot more than a pedal. And everyone thinks that, like, you know, of course, when you start training, you think like you pedal into pretty much everything. But those tiny little steps, because I find that like being grounded the whole time, you're capable of then moving. You've got better balance, and you're also not showing.
Yeah.
What's coming and that change of stance. And yeah, that was a beautiful kick. And Brown definitely did kind of lean into it, and it seemed like one of those just timing things.
I think it was more him leaning over and he hit that kick. I wasn't, I think Cowboy just set it up perfectly. Brown was moving that way.
Yeah.
And
well,
he
threw
setup.
he threw the punch to kind of get him to move, and he's very good at that. And that was one of those when I fought Cowboy. Like I could feel it. I could feel like he was setting me up, Like I felt my hands dropping from those body kicks, and it was one of those things. I knew the head kick was coming. It's just I didn't want to get kicked in the stomach anymore. Yeah, I had enough of that shit. What else we had? We had Gastelum beat the brakes off of Kennedy.
And we all called that.
Right? I think Dan specifically.
I specifically said Kennedy was going to whoop his ass, and I was completely wrong. Completely wrong.
Can you rerun the tape? Didn't I say I was worried about the rust?
I don't recall that.
No,
yeah,
I don't think.
But
you
you
said
did say that Kennedy was going to beat him, so you can't.
I did say Kennedy was
Okay,
going to beat him,
come
but
on,
I
don't
mean,
be
I was
trying to
worried.
make excuses.
I
At
was
least
worried.
I'm manning up to it.
I didn't want to go into.
I said he was going to beat the tar out of him.
I didn't want to
and
go
it was complete
into
opposite.
that. I
Get-
mean,
get
he's been
Gastelum's balls out of your
chasing
mouth.
Hitler
Yeah.
for the past 2 years, right? So
Little over.
how much
Yeah.
how much training has he been
You
doing?
didn't say any of that.
Yeah.
Well,
you didn't say any of that.
I know.
How much
but
training he trains a lot.
Well.
The guy trains all the time.
Yeah.
Ring Rice might have come into him, but Gastelum fought, a fantastic fight.
Yeah. Well, he
And,
did. I mean, he just totally outstruck him. I mean,
hats off to him, man. He
Kennedy
came
didn't know
into
which
the
way they were coming.
middleweight division and beat a top 10 guy.
Made a statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
He looked
Well,
really good.
he's undefeated at middleweight, and that I did say.
You did say that, but who? I mean, again, who did he fight before that?
Record, rewind that tape,
Rewind that tape,
motherfucker.
I'm pretty sure you said he's undefeated at middleweight, and Dan said, yes, who did he fight?
Yeah. Well, actually, the boss said that.
I
Boss.
said that.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
Well, now he's still undefeated at middleweight, and he fought Tim Kennedy.
Yeah, but
with 2.5 years off.
Yeah.
well, yeah,
Jason
that's
Hitler.
the thing.
In a
I mean,
U-boat.
well, that's the thing. Think now. I mean,
In Argentina.
Yeah.
Kennedy
Joe
had
DeCal.
been calling out Bisbane. How do you think that fight would have went?
Yeah.
I mean, he's been calling out Bisbane for a while.
You look at the fights, and maybe the 2 years did do something, but I mean, you look at the fight with him and Yoel. I mean, Yoel is now on a
Right.
good. I mean, he's going to be fighting for the title, right? That's who they're putting up. I don't know if they announced it, but they were jawing back and forth. And Kennedy had a fantastic fight with him. Almost put him out. Should have put him out.
Should have put him
Yeah.
out.
Should have put him out.
Should
if
have
he
been
didn't
over.
spend 2 minutes in
Sitting
between
in the stool.
rounds.
Yeah.
And and then Yoel came out and did his thing and exploded on him in third. But he was in that fight too, and Gastelum pretty much just handled Kennedy. So, I mean, he's right there.
Kennedy beat Bisping. I thought he did.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it and then
He
be
did.
wrong. But
Yeah.
I looked it up. It's a fact.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Yes, that's why
Yes.
he's calling him out, because he's
Yeah.
done it once
Yeah.
already.
He did.
He beat what's his name too? I know. Excellent commentary.
He beat Lawler.
He beat Lawler. That's what I was looking
Yeah.
for.
That was a while ago, though. Wasn't
Yeah.
it? That was a long time ago. Lawler
But still,
fight.
he's not a pusher. He was ranked for a reason,
No, yeah.
and Gastelum had a great night, and it very well might have been just the night, but who the hell knows?
Yeah.
So
He does have a fantastic gas tank. He pushes the pace, kept coming forwards, and I think Kennedy just couldn't keep up with him. He just then in the late second into the third, he was just putting a lot of punches in his face.
Yeah. Then you had Swanson and what's his last name? Choi,
Choi.
something like that. Yeah. Choi, right? I can't read from here.
Do-Ho Choi.
Okay. Yeah, another hell of a fight. You know, I mean, those guys were just throwing at each other
Yeah.
and all over the place. And you know, like I said, Cub is one of my favorites to watch. He's so well rounded. Um, sometimes he gets drug into those fights that I.
He just was slinging punches.
Yeah,
from his
and
hip,
it's like,
slinging them.
whoa, throttle back,
Yeah.
throttle back. I think it's weird because you, it seems like you get to a point, you know, because I think that he's more technical than him, but like a guy like Diego has done the same thing, you know, like where you just start, all right, well, fuck it, I'm just going in there and winging,
Yeah.
you know, and I think that Cub is I mean that was a hell of a fight. It was a fantastic fight. Don't get me wrong, but he's more technical than he fought.
Yeah.
And you know a Chris Lytle is more technical than he fought in the later end of his career. You know, I hope I'm not falling into that same aspect where I'm fighting like a dumbass because, uh, you know,
Well, that's been your whole career, so what are you worried about?
well, yeah,
Hasn't
but
changed.
that's the thing is I've never been, you know, I out scramble guys and I caught them, and you know, push your pace, out scramble, catch them, not you know, totally like outclass guys with my technique. Sometimes on the ground, yes, early in the career, you know, when I was
Right.
fighting guys that
Well, you never just
hadn't really
stood
been
there
around,
and
but
threw because throwing pillows ain't a whole hell of a lot of big,
hardy,
good gameplay.
So I just looked it up. Gaslam beat. I'm pretty sure he beat Uriah Hall at middleweight, and he beat
Yep.
Josh Salmon at middleweight. So I mean, he beat some decent guys at middleweight. I'll have to take that back too. Who'd he fight?
who do you fight?
Yeah. So you know.
See that here at the Hands On Podcast, we do our research
We do.
after we
Exactly.
say things. Yes.
Okay, so it's just like the Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh my God, what a dick!
Well,
Like,
is it not?
well, at least like Joe is like actively on the computer while he's
Yeah.
doing it.
Talking.
You know.
Well,
I mean,
you have a technical man doing that, don't you?
no, I don't. I have a technical man who's texting
Playing
his
with
wife
himself
and
over there.
shit.
I was actually texting Dan's wife.
Yeah.
And that's okay with me.
How does it sound?
Yeah. She can be relied upon to give us realistic feedback.
Yeah.
And she's caught every technical problem early.
Yeah.
Just helped us get ahead of it.
Mhm.
She
Is,
said we're good to
is
go for
having him
tonight.
involved a technical problem?
It is.
It's not a chance.
I think that's a personal problem.
He's our father.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I
Somehow
don't think
he-
we can do anything about it though.
I don't know.
That's part of the problem.
Can't
Can
do
you-
it. I'm his friggin' father too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
By adoption.
Yeah.
He, Pat adopted you as his father.
He did, yeah. We never had that dad-off fight though that I was looking forward to.
Yeah.
That was gonna feel good.
No.
Maybe we can still make it happen.
We can do it.
Yeah.
They wouldn't fight because neither of them want you.
Yeah, it's true. They would fight for who has to take me. The USA
Well, yeah,
Canada
I
Beaver fight.
was scared of your dad
Dad-
when I saw
Dad
him
be
at the
going like
farmer's
that.
market.
Yeah, he had a lot of clocks with him.
No, not the farmer's market, not the German market.
Oh, at the farmer's
Over the
market?
summer, because it was right after I had fallen, and I was
Oh,
all
so-
busted up, and he was looking pretty mean.
Yeah, you got to pick your
Yeah,
spot.
he was picking his. You know, I was like, I pushed my wife in front of me,
Yeah.
like, protect me.
That's not fair.
115 pounds of raw aggression.
Um, so then we had, you know, we spoke on it earlier, the Cerrone Brown fight. They were going at it, you know, and Brown might have been edging him out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was a close fight.
Yeah.
It was definitely a close fight. And then yeah, Cerrone set up that beautiful kick. You know, sucked him into the all right, give me a hug, guy, and then like 3 seconds later, whomp,
Womp.
kicks him in the head.
I like the way Donald approaches pre-fights, right? Like, that's a man that loves fighting. He doesn't have to be angry. Sometimes I get so sick of guys pretending to be mad or having to get mad, and
Yeah.
like it's a sport, man.
Yeah.
Nolan Ryan didn't have to be mad when he was pitching. I like that Cerrone's just
He didn't
guy
have
loves
to, but
fighting.
he always was.
Nolan Ryan?
Sure.
No, he was never mad.
Sure he was.
Nope.
It's the
Oh,
nicest
I-
guy. in the
yeah,
Only
world.
when
nicest
he was
guy.
punching Ventura in the face.
And
Yeah.
Ventura deserved it. No, I like Cerrone. Just seems like he's there to fight. No bullshit, no fluff. That's a guy that loves fighting.
Yeah. It's
Yes.
amazing though because the fans they love Cerrone.
Mhm.
They and it's partly because of that reason. They don't.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't buy into that. But then again,
But then they buy
it's-
into it.
Then they buy
Yeah.
into it. It's like, you know, a guy like that comes to fight and fights his ass off, win or lose, and people love him for it. But then they have to have somebody. They have to hear somebody talk shit,
Yeah.
and I don't get it. I mean, if it was all like Cerrone, where it was just go
Well,
out and fight, and
There are,
there are people that don't like each other. I understand
yeah.
that.
What I'm saying is that there might be a handful of guys who are like Cerrone.
No, I know that.
Like
Yeah.
Like what?
that. Well, I'm saying that it's not just the fact that he enjoys fighting and doesn't have to be pissed off and doesn't have to, pretend.
No,
And
he's
and,
got a good persona too. I mean,
Yeah.
he's just laid back. He just,
Yeah,
Um,
but you don't get pissed off. You're
I know I don't get
exactly like
pissed off.
him. You don't have to be pissed off.
I
at
know,
your
but what I'm
opponent. You don't
saying is
have
that
to-
he's also very good. Like,
which
and
Jim is not. We
yeah, no,
understand
I'm not good. They're like for a guy like that. Okay, yeah, you show up, you don't give a shit. You come out and you fight hard, and you don't give a shit. Like to have both of those.
Yeah, but do you think that anyone that's really in the UFC, I mean, really in the UFC, is not that good?
No, I'm not saying it's that. I'm saying that here's a guy that he went. Who the fuck was it? Was it Jury that he was just fucking.
Yeah, he was pissed at.
He was pissed at and
Yeah.
throwing those kicks like fuck it. I'm either gonna break my leg or his leg.
Yeah.
I like that. Like I try to fight like that. And it takes an effort to be like, all right, well, fuck it. I'm just going to go out and I'm going to fight as hard as I can fight. I'm going to throw as hard as I can throw and be done with it. But there are a lot of guys that don't need to talk shit and that don't do all that stuff. But when they show up to fight, they
No,
still hold
they
back.
don't, because it's not. It's
He
a
doesn't hold
different-
back. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. It's
There's
like
a different aspect.
it's not just
I'm
it's
saying-
not just it's not just the fact that he doesn't talk shit.
No,
It's also the way he fights.
which I said that, right? We talked
Yeah.
about him, the way he just doesn't care. He just shows up to fight. He loves to fight.
Yeah.
Loves to fight. So I'm saying is like if there are more guys like that, if it was like that in the UFC where it was about fighting and putting on and good shows and going out and not having to talk shit to promote it, because the fans really just went out and watched the
But
sport
he's the
'cause
only
they
one.
love the sport.
that the fans like. That's like that. Jim is just like that, but I mean, he doesn't have the fan base that Cerrone has. Why? I mean, he's the same way. He goes out and busts his
He's
ass
been-
and fights
well,
and just fights
not,
for the hell of it.
It's not.
You know.
Cerrone's been promoted a little more by the UFC.
Well,
in that aspect where because he's fought a lot.
Yeah.
And they do promote him.
Significantly better looking.
Who is Jim?
I mean,
Cerrone.
have you seen the way that my cheek hair is puffing out right now? No, I think that like I'm a fan of his because of everything,
right.
because of the package.
He does have a good package.
Durag.
I mean, there's that too, but you know, that's the attitude that got me into fighting. The the fucking Vanderlei, the Fedor, like guys would just go out and fight, and you're fighting because of the test. You're fighting to push yourself, and it's not a it's not a match. There are too many guys that treat it like a match, and okay, well, I'm just gonna squeak by.
Just to win.
Yeah, just to win. Like
I love to
fuck,
watch.
man. I like winning, but I've never been excited about winning a decision. Maybe
No.
our first fight my fucking first fight went out won a 2-round, 4-minute rounds against an 18-year-old kid. I was excited. I was happy.
Yeah.
I didn't run around the cage screaming. You know, we've got champions that win fucking shitty fights. They perform like shit. And they're fucking elated to win these crappy fights. And yes, obviously you want to win because it's a job and you make a fuckload more money, but it's the attitude, man, because that's what it's all about, is how you're approaching it, and you're never going to get more than a couple guys.
No,
that
I
treat it
understand
like
that. That was a hypothetical
I know.
situation.
But he was like, "Well, why not? Why not? Why can't
Yeah.
Why what?
he? No, I mean a lot of the guys will go out try to win, but you can't take it away from
you?"
them.
No, of
'Cause
course
you're
not.
you're
Of course
going
not. I'm
in.
not. I never.
No, I know. But I'm just saying it in a general sense.
Stop calling me out, Dan.
Yeah. We're talking like it is a job, and if there are more people like him where it was just like to make the money, he's not going out and squeaking out decisions and trying.
Yeah.
He's going out and just fighting more.
Yeah.
I'm going to make more money, and he'll fight 6 times in a year. Now that's almost impossible for every UFC fighter because we got 600 of them
Yeah.
now, and it's like it's a little cramped right now. But
Well, and he only also was able to do that because he was pumping 2 weight classes.
well,
jumping
he
around.
stays healthy too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He stays healthy and he just keeps active. So I don't yeah, there are a lot of guys. There are guys like him that enjoy the fight and will go out and do everything. I think the reason he is so popular with it is because the UFC pushes him.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
he's
definitely.
different too. It's like, okay, he wears a cowboy hat. He does crazy shit, like all the time. He's doing crazy shit, and whether it's bad press for the UFC or not, it just puts him out there too.
No such thing.
No, I mean like not bad. Like maybe they'll be like, you can't do that anymore, but it's also just gets his name out there.
Mm.
So
I remember when you fought Gray Maynard, and that fight struck me as that you could have fought super boring and won the decision. You went after him, you lost the decision, and then he just fought Ryan Hall, who fought a more conservative fight and won. And I don't think that's a fight anybody's ever going to talk about.
No.
I don't know. That fight, I remember watching the Gray Maynard fight and just being like, God damn, this guy's not fighting to win. He's fighting to win. He's not fighting to fight. That was not a fight. That was a point sparring match.
Yeah.
That one was frustrating.
It was frustrating. You know, like Dan said, you can't you make a majority of the athletes in the UFC or any of the promotions. You make twice as much money to win than you do to lose. So, like I've been, I was always a fan of GSP. GSP didn't go out there to perform perfectly, to have the most devastating wins. He went out there to win in the most efficient way possible.
Yeah.
And I still had all the respect in the world for him. And I can still respect the guys that fight like that, but what got me into the sport was the fucking, you know, I don't know, just that fucking fighter spirit, man.
Yeah, I mean, it has to change because GSP in his earlier career would go out and fight and finish people and would fight, but I think once he got the title, once he lost the title to Sarah, there was a big turnaround. Like, I can't do that again.
Yeah,
That
true.
was like you know, he was at the top of the division, and all of a sudden it's like he's not there anymore.
Yeah.
Because he, for whatever reason, maybe he thought he was being a little reckless. So now it's like, well, I can't lose that fight anymore. You know, it's probably a lot of money for him too
Yeah.
at
Oh,
that
yeah.
point.
Hell yeah.
So, and he's made a lot of money now because he was the champ for so long.
Yeah.
But that's why I think going back a couple episodes, it should be because I think you'd still have guys if you weren't so reliant on that win for that extra pay, you might have guys that are a little more hungry to go out and just fight and because instead of getting a win win bonus, maybe it's there's more bonuses for finishes and
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
But getting a salary, if you finish, you get extra money. And that would be.
Well, it's got to be structured like Pride, right? Pride, they just went
Think
out
Pride
and
had
fought
any structure.
because,
Yeah, there was
well,
no structure.
Pride, they fought because
Juice your gills
you
off.
didn't have to worry about getting cut if you lost. If you put on a good fight,
Well, it was about
they,
that was
they
the
wanted
thing.
you there. They,
The
that
fighter
they
spirit.
paid you to fight.
Completely different. Completely different fan base.
Yeah.
You know, the fans at that time in Japan, the way that they watched fighting was the polar opposite of pretty much the way everybody watches it now. Even over in Japan, um, you would have 96,000 people in the stadium, and they would go quiet when something was when something was developing on the ground, or if there wasn't anything going on the ground. Like, they were silent. It was about, okay, how you fought and not if you won or lost. But it was also because they had yellow cards and all that shit, and it was just a different time. And you're never going to get that back. You'll never see it again, which is unfortunate because that's kind of what got me into this, and
Yeah.
I think it got a lot of these guys into this. But
Well, now it's just a dog and pony show.
that's the fucking way it is, though. You
Yeah.
can't, the hell are you gonna do? You're never gonna change it. You would have to completely, like,
Well, you'd
revamp.
really have to, you'd have to educate the fans
No,
first, because the
good
fans.
luck.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
Because like there are a lot of very educated fans, and they're the ones that read articles, and they're the ones that listen to podcasts, and
All 10 of them.
yeah, all 10 of 'em.
Seven.
7. Oh, all 7 of them.
Hey, live. But
We're up to
talking
7.
about but we're talking about
Just dropped to 6.
just dropped to 6. Yeah, fuck you. Whoever that was. We're talking about, like, the majority. The majority of people that watch football don't know what's going on the line of scrimmage.
The guy behind the computer.
I know what's going on. Line of scrimmage.
The majority of people that watch football don't know what a 4-6 defense is, or any of this shit. And it's like, okay, well, a lot more people watch the Super Bowl and all this shit. And my wife watches the fucking Super Bowl. She doesn't watch football all year long, and she watches the Super Bowl. And it's like, that's what the majority of UST fans, and MMA fans are. And like I said,
It's
they're not
entertainment.
Yeah, they're not the ones listening to this shit. They're not the ones that read shit. They're the ones that just watch it and have a good time and have some beers and that show, oh, well, I got tickets because UFC's in town, and then they go and they scream, bite his balls off, in the middle of a fight. You're not going to
you ever listen to
change
him?
that. What's that?
Did you ever
Hey, I
listen
only
to him?
said that
No.
once.
Yeah.
Don't fucking make fun of me because I said that once.
You hear that way more than you should.
Yeah.
Way more than you should.
That was Florian's corner, wasn't it? During the shirt fight.
No. Something close. Something close. Oh man. Fuck that guy. I'm not gonna get into it.
Get into it. I want to
Simmer
hear
down, Jim. Simmer down. All right. And then we had the last fight of the night, the half interim title fight.
I'm going to call him the real champ because he
The real
fought for
champ. He did.
He fought for the belt.
He did.
Although
Technically,
didn't fight for the belt, he
Yeah.
lost, and now all of a sudden he's a champ again.
I like
you
where
know,
your head's at, Dan.
I respect
Jose
it.
Aldo is a phenomenal fighter. He's phenomenal. He's probably at the top of the division. He's probably the best fighter there. But to just be handed the title, come on.
He
At least
wasn't
Holloway-
handed the title.
Lame.
Wasn't Frankie and him an interim
No.
title?
No, it
No, it
was
was
not. It was not. That was
It was
that
The
was two-
second
that
fight,
was
wasn't it?
no.
I thought that was. Yes,
no,
it
was
was.
an interim title.
No.
Hey, look it up. Tech Man, look that up. That was an interim.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it
No.
was.
No, it
Because
wasn't.
Connor was pissed.
You
I know the
Google
little
that.
friggin' leprechaun was fucking mad.
Yeah.
He was
But anyway,
having
we'll
a
go
shit
back to
fit.
Holloway.
Yeah.
Pettis. Holloway looked fantastic.
Yeah.
He looked
Beautiful.
fantastic. What we stop Pettis
So
for
now
the
you got
first
two
time in his
paper
career.
champs.
Yeah.
You got two interim belts.
Let's just ignore him.
Yeah, I think we should just keep talking.
He had three, I think it was, of the sweeps because Pettis was
Yeah.
checking high. Oh, those are beautiful.
Yeah.
Made my pants tight. Fucking love those.
There's another guy who he comes to fight, man. He always comes
Yeah.
to fight.
Yeah.
He's always looking for the finish, and he's love to watch him fight.
It was an interim. Fucking son of a bitch.
See, you
dude,
son of a
wow.
bitch, you little bastards.
Son of a bitch.
So
All
he
right,
is a
fine.
paper champ.
So
He's
I,
just-
Champ, champ,
he's
champ.
just
So
freaking.
God damn it.
man, the boss is nailing it. I think he deserves
He
an
spends
apology.
way
He
too
probably
much time.
made.
Yeah.
He probably created that site. This
He
is
probably
like
He
he spends too much time on the
It's
freaking internet.
I created the UFC site.
This is not the UFC site. This is like bigdouchebag.com.
It's LATimes.com.
LA Times.
Same
Exactly.
thing.
fucking liberal journalism. Son of a bitch.
So we
But
get
yeah,
for questioning
still-
him.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Well, I was in the wrong. Yeah, it was.
Okay,
Just,
let's make excuses like him, though.
all
real
right.
quick.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, they probably just edited
They
that
just
in.
edited it
Yeah,
in.
yeah. It's the
They
Matrix.
brought it up.
It's the Matrix. I saw Deja Vu.
When was that article written? Like last week?
UFC 200. Only losers fought on UFC 200.
Yeah.
There's only one winner on there.
Brock.
Yeah, Brock.
Yeah.
He won.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I think that so everybody agrees this is a fantastic card.
Yes.
And I think if you look at this card, it's kind of a step away from all like the fake bullshit hype, right? Like this was kind of an under the radar card, but every single fight was guys who brought it, who went after it.
Yeah, and they even made the main event, the interim, just to kind of like bring something to it. It seemed.
Yeah.
Like
They
to
didn't
bring
need
something
to.
to the card. They didn't need to.
You
Like,
knew that looking
the lineup.
Yeah, looking at the lineup, you knew these fights were going to be great fights. I think the issue that they had was they didn't have a really big name.
Yeah.
And for some reason they think they need that to sell cards. You know, because what Cormier, Rumble was supposed
Right.
to be on this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but
But
you've
that's
got
the thing.
to,
Now,
got
to
a-
say,
a
now
former-
we have a title fight.
you've got a former champ and a former title contender. You know,
Yeah.
like
well, see, and that's the thing. This probably only did what 400,000 buys. Two.
well, I don't really give a shit because I don't.
Well,
make
the only
first
thing,
round.
and what I'm saying is now it comes down to the fact is that the UFC couldn't promote a train wreck. I
Oh
mean,
my God.
these guys can promote themselves.
Oh my god.
Speaking of promoting and getting different fans involved,
Yeah.
Michelle Gelford Dixon wrote in. She's got some good
Where's
ideas.
she from?
No, I don't know. I can ask her. Well, Michelle, please tell us where you're from. But she writes in that Jim shoves pineapple up his ass. That's a different form of crazy. We need to capitalize on that one to draw in a whole new fan base.
I like where her head's at.
Yeah,
I like where her head's
she
at.
gets it.
Yep.
Michelle, we'd like to know where you're from. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's a great suggestion.
Yeah. Do they grow pineapples there?
If
If so, I'm
it's
interested.
in Sussex, New Jersey.
Yeah.
That would pull in a different fan base. We'll see
It
where
would.
it goes.
It would.
Different fan.
You know, we sent that shit out. It's the world's now.
Yeah. Did you
Not mine
did
anymore.
you put it on? Did you submit it or no?
Well, it's
I
all
looked
over
on real
Shirt
quick.
Dog now.
I looked on real quick and I couldn't see where to do it, so I'll have to have the tech guy do it.
Yeah.
My wife's like, "No, don't.
Do it.
You're not allowed to."
No, you have to.
Quick question. quick question, everybody. Should we submit that? I don't know if Daniel Tosh still does the viewer video of the week,
He does.
but
I
should we submit? Somebody should.
yes,
submit
somebody should.
the
We should
pineapple
submit
video.
it to the Tosh.0 viewer video of the week. Holy crap! That would be
Unfortunately, I'd love to be on the
awesome.
redemption.
People are gonna be
but
where the hell? But then if they leave the hashtags in, you're gonna get some crazy hashtag shit. Like some real crazy hashtag shit. I actually was laying in bed and
Sure you were.
yeah, going. I was like, do whatever. My mind was going, and it was like,
Rubbing
holy
it out.
shit!
This
Yeah.
pineapple video.
I was thinking, sitting laying next to my wife, not rubbing it out for once. But I was like, I wonder what hashtags we got, if we got any. So I looked it up. We didn't get anything.
No.
No, nobody sent us crazy hashtags.
No.
I was hoping there would be like something weird,
Yeah.
and there'd be like
Nobody tagged us.
nobody tagged us in
Nobody
anything.
tagged us when I asked them to tag us. Shoving a pineapple up their ass.
Well, somebody said you should have cut the top off and put the spiky thing on your head to make fun of his haircut.
Well, that'd be
Yeah, but it wouldn't have
worse.
been.
It's anatomically impossible, I think.
I wasn't making fun of Sage. I pretended to shove a pineapple up my ass.
I
Who
know.
does that make more fun of, me or him?
Hold on there a second.
pretty
I
sure-
was there. It wasn't pretend.
Yeah.
We saw what happened.
you ate some pineapple, you sick fuck. I did get a couple people like, wait a second. Wait, you guys ate the pineapple?
Hell yeah, we ate it. We're gonna let a good pineapple go.
Yeah.
You don't waste pineapple.
No,
That was delicious pineapple,
Yeah.
by the way.
Fresh squeezed.
not even when the base did touch my beehole. I just want like,
How many viewers are we down to now?
Yeah.
Two. Even your wife turned off.
We're still holding steady at 6.
all right,
And Michelle's
Thank
from
you.
Hampton Township.
Hampton.
She does exist.
Yeah, she does exist. See, well, Pat likes to make things up.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife wasn't so hot about the idea of.
Dude, why?
Yeah.
Just put
That's why I
your-
told her. I was like,
Put you way more
it's
out there.
already out.
Yeah.
It's already out.
It's not like it can't
Like,
get picked up
The
anyway.
pineapple already
If
came
he
out.
sees it on YouTube, he's probably going to pick it up anyway. At least we have
This is
the
what I
option
think
to
of
send it
stupid
as a
challenges.
viewer video of the week. I hope he brings
I
you
would lose
on.
my-
You
I
know
would
how they
lose my
like.
shit.
You know how they're like.
Yeah.
Like he'll bring people from the internet
Yeah.
videos on. I hope he brings you on. That would be awesome. Like shove other shit up
I
your
would-
ass.
I would like to shove a pineapple up Daniel Tosh's ass. Daniel Tosh, if you're listening, if you're one of our 6.
If any one of you 6 knows Daniel
Yeah,
Tosh.
yeah. Somebody tag him. Somebody tag him. So what fights are coming up next? What do we have coming on board? Do you know? No.
It's gonna take him like
This
8
weekend?
years to- That's the
Boy.
boss. He knows.
Yeah, Mickey's fighting.
Mickey's fighting.
Yeah, Mickey's fighting.
Paige
so that's
and
the,
Paige and Michelle are the
Uh-huh.
headliner. Mickey's a co-main event, right?
Yeah, Mickey's definitely the co-main.
yeah.
And Faber Pickett.
Faber's retirement fight.
And Joban Perry. Joban Perry.
Oh, is that the? See, I don't know how the hell he gets all the friggin' hype.
Cole's fighting too, right? Cole Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fighting.
His last fight.
What's that?
His last fight.
Cole's last fight?
Yeah.
Well, it's his last fight in his contract, yeah.
Well, that's it. He said, I'm done. Why the fuck would I want to fight for you guys? That's what he said. How would
know.
I said?
You can't get in trouble for repeating what
Yeah.
other people said.
Really.
Yeah.
And I can't blame him.
What happened is kind of, it sucks.
There's a man with convictions and a
Yeah.
great last name and a set of balls.
That's right.
At least one of the Millers has a set of balls.
Seriously.
There's a lot of Millers. It was bound to happen just on ratio.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
How many there are in the
There are
world.
a lot.
I mean, we knew it wasn't going to be Jason.
No.
Crazy son of a bitch.
Apparently, he's our cousin.
We're all cousins. We're all cousins.
Hey, I got around.
That wouldn't make him our
Yeah.
cousin.
We're not very smart either. Yes, I thought Uriah had already retired.
Well,
Yeah.
he didn't get enough publicity on his last fight, so he had to come back for one more.
Is that your?
Yeah, that's his.
Sure.
Thoughts.
That's
on it.
your. Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. They've
Um,
fought before, right? Pickett him or no?
No, I don't think
I
so.
thought they had,
I
man.
thought they did.
No.
I
In
could've sworn
the
that they had.
WEC.
No,
No.
not even in WEC.
Look it up. Look it up,
Check it
Tech
up.
Man.
I'm
Yep.
on it.
He's on it. Are now
It will probably
hairless.
be way back.
Should we start from the bottom? That's way down.
You're right. He's got a lot of fights, right?
He does.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
And I mean, you're going to have to say that this is probably the most attractive main event.
Main event?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
definitely the most attractive main event.
I mean, the Kome is pretty good looking too.
Yeah, the Gomez is
You know.
pretty good looking.
But yeah, it's like
This is a stunning card, huh?
come on, Pat, hurry up.
Yeah.
I'm reading as
They
fast
didn't
as I
fight,
can.
so don't
They
even
didn't
bother
fight?
looking up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The boss.
All
If
right.
the boss says it's got
Whatever,
to be true.
it's got to be true, is
Apparently.
right. It's got to be true. and the,
I'm
Russian,
Those only
and the
UFC
Russian
fights.
tack dart
Yeah.
thing
I'm a
too.
fucking idiot savant.
It is true. The boss
Those
is
were
correct.
all UFC fights or WC too?
No, WEC too.
Yeah, so that looks like it's good. It's a good card. We wish our man Mickey
Yeah,
good luck.
definitely.
I think that's a great fight for him. Sage is dangerous, but Mick is he's pretty damn well rounded.
Yeah.
And yeah,
As long as
my
Mick
money's on
doesn't
him.
dress up like an apple.
And what
Yeah.
the fuck would he? Why would he dress up like an apple? Let's go a little deeper into that. Why would Mickey dress up as an? I told him to bring him an apple.
Yeah,
Well,
you should bring
yes.
him an apple. For
I think you should bring him a pineapple.
You should.
personally.
It's like your choice.
Yeah.
Which one do you want?
The ante has been upped, Sage. You gonna check? And then what? You have this card, and then the next one after that is Rousey.
Yeah, Rousey.
Rousey and
Or, sorry.
Amanda, right?
Yep.
I'm excited for that one. It's a little bit like for Rousey to lose a title and then come back to a title fight. It's a little bit.
Yeah. It's not. It's all about.
It's about who she is and
Yeah.
and what she
What she's
what she
done.
has done.
Yeah.
But Amanda is a scary woman.
She's the real deal, and I think she's gonna, I mean, Ron is tough. But again, she's taken how much time off? When was the last? When she?
Long time.
When was that fight?
That's 2 years ago too.
No.
Almost.
No.
Year and a half.
19 months.
If it's 19 months,
I'm
I
gonna
swear to
lose my
fucking
shit.
God.
I'm gonna peg him in the phone.
Go
Peg him in the head with my
No,
phone.
you're gonna go
He
get me a
looked it
fucking
up.
beer.
That's why. He knows because he
It
looked it up.
was
He was
November,
lurking the internet.
November 2015.
Oh. Yeah. Fuck you. It'll be 13 months.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Thank God he's
goddamn
not
thing.
right.
Fuck.
Because if it was 19 months,
If Foghorn Leghorn was right again. Who else is on that card? You got.
It's actually a really good card.
Yeah, it is a good card. The end of the year when they always put a decent amount of fights. That's Cruz, right?
Cruz and Garbrandt, who's been on a pretty good tear.
Yeah.
Garbrandt.
Garbrandt.
Kevin Gastelum. No way, he's not fighting on this one.
Well, isn't it Lineker and whatchamacallits on that? So there's a weight that'll be missed.
Yeah, Dillashaw.
You're such an asshole.
Guarantee it.
Yeah.
That's a
No,
no-brainer.
Hendricks.
Yep. Magny. That's a good fight.
That is a good fight.
Yeah, man.
This is Dong Young Kim and Safadine.
Another one.
Yeah,
That's
it was
another
a good
one.
fight.
Who we got there?
Where you going?
Smolka and Fort. Yeah.
Would you like me to
Yeah.
go back to the Pyle
Yeah.
fight? Mike
Yeah.
Pyle, Alex Garcia.
Okay.
And then Louis Smolka, Ray Borg, Alex Oliveira, Tim Means, Antonio Carlos Jr., and Marvin Vittori, Brandon Thatch, and Nico Price.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it's a good
whole
card.
card is good card. It's a good fight.
I like fighting on the end of the year card. I don't know what it is about.
Why? Because
I don't
why do
know.
you want to miss Christmas dinner?
Yeah, whatever. It's
Nah,
not that
yeah,
big
what
of
or
a deal.
nothing.
Not that big of
Yeah,
a deal.
okay. Anytime you miss food, good
I don't
food
know.
is a big deal.
There's just something, I don't know. It's got a different feeling to it. I can't.
Excuse me.
I don't know. I can't really explain it. It's just It's not that it's like bigger or anything.
No.
It's just like the time of year, and because you miss food and stuff like that,
Makes it more special.
it does make it more special. You know, what the hell? The 1 year we left, the 1 year they what was it? The year that I fought in 2012 when I fought Lozon, I think it was. They shortened up the time we were out there. They flew us out on a Wednesday as opposed to a Tuesday because Tuesday was Christmas.
Yeah.
And then when I fought Camoes,
You flew on Christmas night, right?
Christmas Eve I think it was.
You flew on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's I don't know. There's just something about it's like it always felt quieter in Vegas.
Yeah.
You know, and there's it's weird because you know out there it's kind of a family time. You know, you get a lot of people that are traveling there with their families and stuff in Vegas, and it's just I don't know. The scene out there is different than it is in the summer. You know, I fought out there throughout the year, and
It's not blistering hot.
yeah, it's not blistering hot.
It's
It's not, like,
112 degrees.
passing out in a
Yeah.
fucking cab, puking in a cab because it's so hot. But yeah, I don't know.
Yes.
It's. I think that's what it is about it. Is it just seems a little bit more settled down,
Mm-hmm.
and getting that feeling out in Vegas is weird. So just it's not that it's like better or anything.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't know.
It's different.
It's different. I like different.
You know. Yeah, but fighting when you fight in Vegas and fight in, it's nice because you literally walk down.
Yeah.
If they're having weigh-ins like at the MGM, they have the weigh-ins at the MGM. They have the fights at the MGM, and you're staying there, so you like just walk downstairs. That is a good. That it just. I don't
It's
know.
the best.
It is. You literally you walk there. You don't have to get on a freaking bus. travel, it's only freaking your last fight in New
Yeah.
York. It was like 35 minutes. We literally went across the street.
Yeah.
35 minutes to get across the street,
Yeah.
and you're sitting on a bus, and it's not that it takes that much out of you, but it's it's just nice to literally just walk downstairs.
Yeah.
Go down the elevator, then walk down the stairs and get into the back. And then when you're done with the fight, you can go shower and come back.
Yeah.
Um, that is nice, and I like. That's why I like fighting in Vegas. It was just, or any hotel that or kind of casino that you fought in.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
walk downstairs for weigh-in for the fight. That was nice.
So project wise or anything like that? What we got? We changed the date of our shootout
We did.
with A&W.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
We did.
When were you gonna let me know?
Never.
You're on a
That was the
need-to-know
idea.
basis. And
Yeah.
You don't need to know.
We October of next year.
Yeah.
So you don't have to show up until then.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't show up till then.
But our
October of
viewers
next
can
year.
tune in January 6th at
January
9 p.m.
6th. January 6th at 9 p.m. We're going to have the Lights Out Shootout with the A&W guys. You can go to the A&W Nature Labs website and register for the competition. What we're going to end up doing is you guys register, and there's going to be 6 of us shooting, the 4 of us here, and Greg and Stan from A&W Nature Labs. And we're going to have a little shootout here in the gym. It's going to be a little scary because
Because Jim's shooting.
our mats are expensive and because I'm shooting. But we're gonna do something cool and kind of make it a little bit handicapped so everybody's kind of the same. So we're gonna do some shoot either a kid's bow or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm making the old man a a shooting aid.
Dirty
that,
as hell.
That
It's disgusting.
it's not disgusting.
It's disgusting.
It's a bit, what? Shut up, Dan.
It's disgusting.
It's not disgusting.
So, and just for our viewers, if you guys want to get on board, it's awnaturelabs.com. I got the website up there, and if you scroll to the bottom, you are going to see the Lights Out Shootout official entry form. It's pretty straightforward.
Yep.
You get a chance to be, if you get picked, we'll pick one of you guys to shoot for.
Yes.
Whoever wins gets that prize. And even if you don't get picked, you can come to the bottom here and pick out who you think is going to win, and that could get you up to a certain percentage off at our store.
Yeah.
Correct? We're still working out those details. Obviously, you'd want to pick a winner.
Yep.
Pat.
Which would be me.
Would be
Yeah.
So
Wait till you
Cast
see
your
the
vote
release,
now.
and you might be
Yeah.
picking the boss.
Yeah.
You haven't seen your shooting aid yet. I need to explain it real quick. So
Do you want me to get any pictures up? Or?
no.
Because it's your tech
He's
guy.
got to
I'm
show.
trying to help you
He's
out.
got to show how far he can move his arm.
Yeah.
First.
So the problem what we have is the old man can't lift his left arm up higher than like scratch his nipple.
It seems
It's
like
true.
an odd.
Well, he can't.
no, I can get my hand
Who doesn't
here.
scratch your
That's
nipple
it.
a lot?
Yeah.
Who doesn't have itchy nipples?
Yeah, seriously, you gotta, like,
Put some
You
cocoa
gotta-
butter on
the
that.
GSP in between rounds, you know.
Constantly
Little
looping
lip
mine so
twist.
that doesn't happen.
So he shoots right-handed, so he's going to have to shoot lefty, but again, he still can't wouldn't be able to pull back. So I was like, all right, well, we'll make a bite tab for him, and he'll shoot with a bite tab, like some of the Paralympic guys. Dudley at Knock On, he tore up his left shoulder and shot like that for quite a bit. Actually shot a fucking grizzly bear with a fucking bite tab, which is
Really?
ridiculous.
I
Yeah.
did not know that.
Yeah.
That's
It's
badass.
fucking- that is fucking
Holy
ridiculous.
moly.
So I was like, all right, Dad, we'll do that, you know? And he's like, yeah, it'll pull my dentures out. So I was like, all right, we'll make a harness. And then it's like, all right, well, I have to make a fucking harness that wraps around his head. It's like, well, why make a harness that wraps around his head? I'll buy a ball gag. And and we'll mount a rest to it, you know, and it'll be cool.
It won't be weird at all.
won't be weird at all.
Jim got it from the slightly used rack.
So I got. So I bought.
He went to his favorite song on his phone and quickly ordered.
Yeah, we were there. How long did it take him, Pat?
Oh yeah.
He was
yeah.
like, "It's done."
They know me by name. They know me by name.
We should order a ball gag. I got one coming
Yeah,
tomorrow.
no, it's all right. It's done. So to get one that instead of just wrapping like around the back of the head, to wrap around the head, he's gonna look like he belongs in Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Give us the oil. Leave it. So we're gonna have the gimp shooting a bow in the lifestyle shootout, and I don't know if it's gonna fly with Stan and Greg. Greg didn't like it because I sent a picture to him. He didn't. He wasn't fond of the picture. So I just have to modify it. So
Was anyone that got that picture
I
fond
think
of
Stan
it?
liked it.
Well, Stan's a creep, man.
Stan is awesome.
Stan's a creep.
Stan and I are on the same wavelength.
That picture made me legitimately uncomfortable. And that's
That is
saying
not
a lot.
true.
That
Not
is saying
true.
a
Yeah,
lot.
there's. First of all, I don't believe that
Yeah,
for
one
1 second.
No.
You
No, it's
act
not true.
all like prim and
Yeah.
proper. You act like you're
Proper.
you're a fucking
When have I
you're
ever
a
acted
fucking
prim and proper?
wacko. All right, whatever.
Seriously.
Okay, Pat.
I'm
Seriously.
just saying, there was something about that picture that
What?
really grossed
What?
me
Me and
out.
an O-ring gag?
It resonated with something wrong.
So we'll see if it works.
It'll work.
It'll work. But so yeah, so we're gonna have a shootout, and whoever we pick, I hope you don't get picked by the gimp, because the way the straps are, it'll cover his eyes too.
You can't see shit.
Yeah.
I will win.
So yeah, you win prizes, and you can also win percentage off from the Miller Brothers MMA store.
Got some cool shit there.
We do some
Beer
some
mugs.
beer mugs, beer steins, beer mugs. I don't
You're
know if
over
I
here,
look-
bud.
Yeah, here it is. I don't even know if I'm on camera still. So.
You are on
Um,
camera. You could put beer. You could put pink Monster juice
Pink
in there.
Monster
I
juice.
mean, you got options.
Yeah, yeah. We got a whole run of T-shirts in there too now. So, can koozies, camel can koozies.
And Stan and Greg were saying that Mountain Ops, we contacted Mountain Ops. They're going to be sending us some one of their packages.
Yeah, we got some cool prizes.
Titanium archery products.
Yep.
Are going to
Pat,
send
right.
us one of their stabilizers, which are supposed to be phenomenal.
Word on the street. Yeah.
Word on the street. There was a I don't
Spilled
remember.
I did. I spilled shit all over me.
Do you remember who the bag was?
No.
I can't.
The bag.
Yeah, they said they had a
They
really
do
nice
have a
pack.
bag.
I don't remember who it was by though.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't remember either.
Yeah. So
We do have some cool prizes
cool prizes.
to go with it.
We're gonna have fun. We're gonna do it live on on the Hands On podcast, and then hopefully nobody shoots a hole in my mats, or it's really gonna be lights out. I was waiting to say that.
Yeah. Everyone's so scared.
Fucking yeah.
Everyone's so scared.
Rules are meant to be broken, Jim. I'm taking that fucking heater out, man. That thing is too damn hot. That's what I'm doing.
What?
The heater.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Your heaters. They're
Heaters?
very hot directly underneath them.
If you take them, I think Shorty would kill you.
He probably would.
Yeah.
He loves those
He
heaters.
does.
Yeah. Yeah, they're ridiculously hot.
They're warm.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Nothing else really going on. I'm gonna get in the woods tomorrow, I think. Shoot some shit.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Probably not. Probably won't see
Probably
anything.
not.
But yeah. I sharpened my big knife
Yeah, I saw the
Yeah.
Instagram video.
A push cut through a piece of bamboo.
Did anybody see the pineapple video?
What?
Did anybody see the pineapple video?
Of what one?
Yeah, that was the same thing. Editing.
Yeah. Sure it was.
The pineapple actually went in
Yeah,
there.
the pineapple actually
Pineapple was a lot more real.
Yeah. I guess so.
No, that came out pretty good.
Yeah, no,
Sharp.
that's the first time I touched that knife up since I reground it,
Hmm.
and I've hacked up stuff with it. That metal is so hard
Yeah.
that it just holds an edge really well. But
Do you know what it is or no? I don't remember.
I
When I bought it, I don't remember.
I
what the-
believe it's 1095. I think it's just hardened pretty hard.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, carrying big knives making me think I'm tough.
That you can draw from either hand.
I can draw from either hand,
Damn.
just in case I'm attacked by a
Damn.
mountain lion. It's really not so much that. It's also the fact that if I happen to be doing some mountain climbing and my arm gets trapped between a rock,
You can cut it off.
I could draw my knife with either hand and chop
Yeah,
my arm off.
Aaron Ralston it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Shit happened. It actually happened.
Yeah, you're
When was
gonna.
the last time you were on a rock?
You just want to be able to draw from either hand when you get attacked.
What
by
happens?
Cassidy's
What happens
rabbit.
if I'm walking through the woods and I slip on a rock and I explode
Your
my
quad tendon?
my my pectoral tendon explodes, and
And
then
then
I
you
start
call your-
crawling out,
You call your son.
and then I say, "Oh wait, I forgot my M&Ms," and I crawl back, and then I have to open up my M&Ms, but my hands are wet, so it's hard, and I have to pull my knife out, but I'm leaning on my right arm, and my right arm is tired, so I have to use my left arm to pull it out to open up my packet of M&Ms, so that I survive the half an hour until my son comes with the crutches.
Son.
What?
Nothing. Go.
You said son. I
did.
said
I
son.
said son.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah. Go.
Instead of self-rescuing.
Okay,
Instead of
go.
self-rescuing.
Self-rescuing.
Because I'm awesome, but I'm not awesome. So I have to call for help. Given the opportunity to whittle a pair of crutches for my sharp knife that I have in a cross-draw holster. Or a sheath, rather. Well, do we have any questions tonight? Do we have any questions tonight, Pat? Besides our one from Hampton, right, or Sussex?
Hampton.
She's from Hampton.
Hampton.
Yep, by the Bear Swamp. She
Oh,
did
there
want
you
to know that if you know that you have your own action figure. It's
I
on
do.
Amazon and it sells for $12.74.
Yeah, I do.
And it's over fucking priced. I have
It
two
is.
of them.
Two of them.
Yeah. He bought 3. He gave one to my kids. They ripped the arm off of it.
So that's
which
why
is
his shoulders
easy
fucked
in
up.
real life too.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to
Yeah.
armbar, Jim.
Well, it's not so much if it was the shoulder. They ripped it off at the elbow. My elbow doesn't hurt. It's the shoulder. Yeah.
So speaking of kids, we had a wrestling jamboree this weekend
We did.
with lots of children running around.
Uh-huh.
It's nice to
And-
call it jamborees now.
What did they used to call it back in your day?
Wrestling tournaments or
Well-
matches.
Well, there are tournaments and matches, but the jamborees are for the little kids.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's all right.
You would know, but you haven't come yet.
I have not. come
Despite
yet.
having an open invite, and I said I would even let you assistant coach under
Yeah.
me.
There's a good reason why.
Mm-hmm.
There is.
Yeah.
So my question is, as a professional fighter, being there, what is that like, and what is it like seeing your kids kind of come up in that same sport?
It can kind of be summed up in that one of the mothers that of the kids on the team today came up to me. She's like, "You must drink a lot," because I would. It's pretty crazy, man. It's crazy. The kid, I don't know. It's fun, but it is like I kind of got like nudged into the head coaching role. I kind of share it, but it's fun, and they're energetic. And during fight camp, it's really hard to like, because we practice on Mondays and Wednesdays is my hard day, and it's like to gear up for kids class or to kids wrestling after training
Yeah.
on Wednesday is a pain in the butt. But it's at that age. This is novice, so they're like 5 and 6, most of them. I've looked, at some of the other guys. Some of the other guys that have aspired to higher, you know, um, whatever, accomplish more
Yeah.
in wrestling than me, and like Jake Herbert and Kerry Colat and all these guys that they've done really well for themselves in wrestling, and at this age they're like, hey man, just get the kids to be able to. If a kid can do a forward roll, then you can teach him a Granby
Yeah.
or something like that, and it's like helping out in the last couple of years. It was always like trying to teach them all these things, and it's like, man, these kids can't even hop on one foot down the mat, and you're trying to teach them how to do all these complex, like you're trying to teach a kid a switch that can't hip heist or can't do any of this. So it's really just going back to those basics and getting that body mechanics down and trying to make them like, spatially aware. And my kids did really well this weekend, and we've only gone over like a double leg, a stand up, and a half, and that's it. But we do a lot of like, you know, gymnastica type stuff. Like getting movement down, doing those basic movements, and they made some mistakes, and we're trying to correct them. But yeah, they did really well. So it's fun. It's crazy. Those fucking jamborees they're fucking wild. It's wild.
There's a lot of over the top wrestling parents.
There are.
Wrestling
And he's
parents
sitting
are
on the
insane.
couch.
Yeah.
Sitting on the couch, right over there.
He's not so bad with his grandkids.
No, I would assume
pretty
not.
Good. He was pretty
Yeah.
good.
I'm fine.
I would,
He's
I
fine.
never had an issue.
He's fine. I'm fine.
I never had issues.
You've never had issues. You had what did your son say to you in the Newton wrestling match? When he was a sophomore?
Fuck you, Dad.
Told you to shut
Tell my dad
something up.
Shut the fuck up.
It
What
wasn't
was it?
sophomore.
Shut the fuck up?
He was a junior.
Yeah, something like
No,
that.
he was not a junior
Oh,
because I wasn't
you were
wrestling
on
on the team.
the-
I was an 8th
sophomore.
grader, so he was a sophomore.
Is that Michael?
Yeah.
Obviously.
It wasn't me. I told Mr. Fotorero to shut the fuck up. Well, he was being annoying.
They were always annoying. Just shut up
Yeah.
and let us do what we're doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a fun time. Do you like it, Pat?
I do. I enjoy it. It's fun. I did not intend to be the head coach. I said that when I prefaced it that I am a dad who has never wrestled and I could help out a little bit. And,
I wrestled around with the Millers a little bit.
yeah. It's like, yeah, I'm sure I've pinned Dan and Jim several times.
Aren't you the guy that Jim ripped the snap pants off of in the parking lot at Sparta High School? Yes.
Yeah.
You have more wrestling experience than I do, so.
Have you ever been wrestle fucked by Dan Miller for a half an hour straight? Yes, I have.
That sounded fantastic.
Yeah, it didn't feel fantastic. Couldn't tie my shoes the next day.
There are no sexual undertones.
No,
nothing going on.
I actually didn't mean
promise
it to
you.
even be in there. I literally
Yeah.
could not tie my shoes. It's important if you pick up the single, you get it between your legs.
Yeah.
Dan will stuff it in front of your legs and then flip you over.
Yeah.
And that might sound sexual too. It's not.
The whole
There's
thing
nothing
does.
Fun and
Yeah,
sexual
no,
about it.
the whole thing does, Pat. So we're gonna leave our viewers and our listeners with that as their parting moment. is Pat getting wrestle fucked for an hour
Aggressively.
in his underwear.
Yeah, we were in our underwear.
Nobody wants to rip their jeans,
No,
man.
I don't want to rip my jeans.
Nobody wants to rip their jeans.
I don't want Dan
What's the
cheating
difference
either
between
and
Valley
grabbing
Tudos
my
and a
jeans.
pair of European briefs?
I don't see anything.
Nothing.
Except for the pee hole that stuff can fly by.
Well, mine does not. I got the ones that don't have the peel.
All right, we don't need to really go into this, but
Well, if we're talking about it, so we might as well get into it.
Sometimes you don't even know how lucky you get.
Thank you very much for tuning in. If you're still listening, we appreciate
Nobody
you guys.
is.
Thanks for tuning in to the Hands On Podcast. I'm Jim Miller, Dan Miller, Pat McGurn, Old Man Mike. Thank you. Tune in next time.